The morning light filters through your window, but already, your phone buzzes with notifications, emails pile up, and the weight of deadlines presses down. You're busy, frantic even, racing through tasks, yet at day's end, you feel empty, as if you've run a marathon without moving forward. Are you truly living your life, or just sprinting through it, caught in a cycle of reaction? Make Time by Knapp and Zeratsky is a beacon in this chaos, not a rigid productivity manual but a heartfelt guide to reclaiming your attention, rediscovering joy, and crafting days that feel vibrant and meaningful. It's not about squeezing more tasks into your 24 hours or hustling until you collapse. Instead, it's a story of intentional choices, small, powerful shifts that let you focus on what matters, stay energized, and live fully in each moment. Let me guide you through this journey, weaving together the book's wisdom, vivid stories, and practical steps to help you transform your time into a life you love. The highlight, a beacon of meaning. Imagine waking up in the dead of a Chicago winter, the air biting, and the days blurring into a gray routine. This was John Zeratsky, Jay-Z, in 2008, a man whose life looked perfect on paper, a solid job, supportive friends, a loving relationship. Yet, one morning, he woke with a jolt, realizing he couldn't recall anything specific from the past 2 months. It wasn't memory loss or illness. It was something subtler, more insidious. His days had been consumed by reacting, answering emails, attending meetings, checking off tasks, without a single moment that felt truly his. His calendar was empty of meaning, filled only with the hum of routine. The realization hit like a cold wind. He wasn't living, he was merely existing. Determined to change, Jay-Z dove into productivity hacks, scheduling every minute with tasks and goals. But the more he planned, the more exhausted he felt, his days still lacking soul. Then, he tried something radical. Instead of chasing long-term dreams or filling every hour, he focused on one thing each day that mattered, a highlight. This wasn't about work or grandeur. It was a single activity, lasting about 60 to 90 minutes, that brought joy, satisfaction, or progress. Maybe it was writing a blog post, cooking a new recipe for his family, or going for a run. To choose his highlight, Jay-Z asked 3 simple questions. What's the most pressing task today? What would give me the most satisfaction? What would make me happiest? He let his heart guide him, not just his to-do list. That summer, everything shifted. Jay-Z started morning workouts, feeling the rush of endorphins as he jogged through the park. Weekends became adventures, sailing on Lake Michigan, laughing with friends over coffee, or reading a book that sparked new ideas. For the first time in months, his days felt vivid, like colors splashed on a canvas. He learned a profound truth. A good life isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters, slowly and intentionally. The highlight became his daily anchor, a moment that gave his day purpose. Imagine choosing your own highlight, perhaps an hour of painting, a deep conversation with a loved one, or tackling a work project that moves you closer to a promotion. By focusing on one meaningful task, you transform your day from a blur of busyness into a story of intention. To make this real, try this tonight. Sit quietly and pick tomorrow's highlight. Write it down. Maybe spend 90 minutes writing my novel or take my kids to the park. Let it be something that lights you up, even if it's small. This simple act is like planting a seed, giving your day a focal point that grows into a life of purpose. Designing your day with intention. Now, picture waking up with a plan, not a vague sense of dread. Your highlight is set, and your day is built around it, like a house around a sturdy foundation. Make Time teaches you to design your day with intention, ensuring your highlight shines. The night before, you carve out time for it. Say, 9 a.m. for writing, or 7 p.m. for a yoga session. Then you arrange other tasks around it, like emails or errands, ensuring they don't overshadow what matters. This isn't about a rigid schedule, it's about clarity, like a map guiding you through a busy day. At day's end, you reflect what worked, what didn't. If your highlight got sidelined by a last-minute meeting, don't beat yourself up. Instead, tweak your plan, like an artist refining a sketch. Take Sarah Cooper, a former Google employee who left to chase her dream as a writer and comedian. In her home office, she scripted skits, filmed videos, and built the Cooper Review, a platform that exploded with millions of followers, leading to a book deal and a comedy career. Her secret? Intentional planning. Sarah used a notebook divided into 3 columns: plan, actual, and revised. In the plan column, she wrote her intentions the night before, her highlight, like editing a video, plus other tasks like brainstorming ideas or answering emails. In the actual column, she tracked what she did, noting where she got distracted or interrupted. In the revised column, she reflected on changes, like scheduling creative work for mornings when her energy peaked. This wasn't about perfection, it was about learning her rhythm. When life threw curveballs, a sick child, or a technical glitch, she adjusted, keeping her highlight as her North Star. You can adopt Sarah's method. Grab a notebook and try her 3-column system. Before bed, write your highlight and key tasks in the plan column. During the day, track your actions in the actual column. At night, reflect in the revised column, noting what worked and what to tweak. Maybe you plan to read but spent an hour on Instagram. Adjust by setting a phone timer tomorrow. This habit builds a rhythm that fits your real life, not an idealized one. It's like dancing with your day, moving fluidly with its ebbs and flows. By designing your day around your highlight, you ensure time for what matters, making each day feel like a step toward a life you love. Laser mode, the power of deep focus. As you settle into your highlight, the world conspires to pull you away. Your phone pings with texts, emails demand replies, and the internet tempts you with a quick scroll. Make Time calls you to enter laser mode, a state of deep, uninterrupted focus where your mind is as sharp as a laser beam. In a world where distractions are constant, focus is a superpower, rare and precious. The book warns that distractions don't just slow you down, they steal your time, energy, and peace, leaving you reactive rather than present. Willpower alone isn't enough when your environment is a minefield of notifications. You need deliberate strategies to protect your attention. Consider Oriette, a woman whose life was hijacked by Facebook. Her phone was a constant companion, pulling her from work, hobbies, and real connections. She'd scroll for hours, losing track of time, her focus fragmented. One day, she hit a breaking point and made a bold move. She deleted Facebook from her devices for a week. The first days were agonizing. Her fingers reached for the app out of habit, but soon something miraculous happened. She felt lighter, clearer, as if a fog had lifted. After a month, then 10, without social media, Oriette rediscovered her life. Casual friendships faded, but her true friends called or met in person, their bonds growing deeper. She worked on projects with newfound clarity, read books, and savored moments of quiet. By cutting out the noise, she reclaimed her attention and found a peace she hadn't known she'd lost. You don't need to abandon technology, but Make Time urges you to set boundaries. During your highlight, block distracting apps with tools like Freedom or Focus.will. Clear your desk of clutter, wear noise-canceling headphones, or work in a quiet cafe. Experiment to find your focus formula. Maybe it's silencing your phone for 2 hours or working in a library. For example, if your highlight is writing a report, turn off notifications and set a timer for 90 minutes. You'll be amazed at how much you accomplish when your attention is unbroken. Focus isn't just about productivity, it's about living fully in the moment, crafting a life that feels like yours. Taming the internet's endless pull. Rewind to the early 2000s when going online meant enduring a screeching dial-up modem and paying by the hour. The internet was a tool, used with purpose, not a constant temptation. Today, it's a 24/7 lure, always a tap away, making focus feel like wrestling a tidal wave. Make Time offers a simple, powerful solution. Put a timer on the internet. By limiting access during your highlight, you reclaim your attention from the digital abyss, creating space for what matters. Knapp, one of the book's authors, learned this lesson through struggle. As a writer, he planned his days carefully, setting aside time for his highlight, writing. But the internet was his Achilles heel. A quick email check spiraled into reading sports news, scrolling Twitter, or watching YouTube clips. Hours vanished, and by day's end he felt guilty, his writing untouched. Weeks passed without progress, his frustration mounting. Then, Jake took a bold step. For $10, he bought an outlet timer and plugged his Wi-Fi router into it, setting it to shut off at 9:30 p.m. after his kids were in bed and chores were done. With the internet off, there were no emails, no news, no distractions, just Jake, his laptop, and his words. The silence was transformative. His writing flowed, ideas sparked, and for the first time in ages, he felt fully present. Those uninterrupted hours were like oxygen, breathing life into his work. You can borrow Jake's strategy. During your highlight, turn off your Wi-Fi or use apps to block distracting sites. If you're studying for an exam, disconnect for 2 hours and dive into your notes. If you're painting, set your phone to airplane mode and let your creativity soar. You don't need to unplug forever, just long enough to protect your focus. Imagine writing a chapter of your novel or practicing a new skill without the internet's pull. The internet is a tool, not your master. By switching it off, you take back control, making time for the dreams that matter. Energizing your body and mind. Picture sitting down for your highlight, but your mind is foggy, your body heavy. You're not just battling distractions, you're running on empty. Make Time reveals that focus isn't just about time, it's about energy. Your body is like a battery. When it's charged, you're alert and ready. When it's drained, you're sluggish, reaching for your phone to escape. To stay sharp, you need to recharge with simple, sustainable habits: nutritious food, movement, and deep sleep. Take Sam, a father with a dream of becoming a great basketball player. In his younger days, he trained for hours, pushing himself to exhaustion, only to burn out or get injured. Life grew busier with fatherhood, and his intense workouts became sporadic, leaving him frustrated. One day, a knee injury and a clumsy fall at his desk forced him to pause. He recalled a recent 10-minute run that felt trivial but left him energized and focused all day, powering through a work project he'd been stuck on. The light bulb went off. He didn't need grueling sessions to feel alive. Sam shifted to daily, manageable runs, 15 minutes of jogging or dribbling on the court. Basketball became a joy again, not a chore, and his energy stayed steady. Those small bursts of movement were like sparks, igniting his focus and drive. You can do the same. Start with small habits: a 15-minute walk, a breakfast of eggs and fruit, or 7 hours of restful sleep. These aren't luxuries. They're your foundation for focus. Imagine starting your highlight, a writing session or a workout, with a clear mind and vibrant energy. Try a 10-minute yoga flow before work, or a healthy snack like almonds and an apple. These small acts recharge your battery, letting you tackle your day with enthusiasm. Your body is your engine. Fuel it well, and watch your productivity and joy soar. Optimizing caffeine's magic. For many, coffee is a morning ritual, a warm embrace to start the day. But are you sipping it mindlessly, dulling its power? Make Time teaches that caffeine is a strategic tool, not a crutch. Research shows your body produces cortisol, a natural alertness hormone, Upon waking, drinking coffee first thing disrupts this rhythm, reducing its impact. Instead, time your caffeine for maximum effect. 1 cup between 9:30 and 10:30 a.m. when cortisol dips, and another around 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. to counter afternoon fatigue. Limit yourself to 2 cups to avoid building tolerance or crashing. Consider Ryan Brown, a coffee aficionado who traveled the world for the finest beans and built a coffee company. Beyond flavor, Ryan was fascinated by caffeine's science. He learned it works by blocking adenosine, a chemical that signals sleepiness, keeping you alert. But when caffeine wears off, adenosine floods in, causing a crash. Over time, your body produces more adenosine, demanding more coffee to feel normal, a cycle of dependency. Ryan found balance with 2 cups daily, 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., staying energized without the roller coaster. Coffee remained a joy, not a need, fueling his focus for work and passion projects. You can optimize caffeine too. Experiment with timing. Maybe a single espresso at 10 a.m. works for you, or a tea in the afternoon. Pair it with good sleep and nutrition to avoid using coffee as a bandage for burnout. Imagine sipping a perfectly timed latte before your highlight, your mind sharp and ready. Caffeine, used wisely, is like a spark plug, igniting your focus without controlling you. A life reclaimed, the power of intention. As the sun sets, imagine reflecting on a day well lived. You chose a highlight, maybe an hour of writing or a walk with your partner, and built your day around it. You silenced distractions, entered laser mode, and felt the flow of deep focus. You moved your body, ate well, and used caffeine strategically, your energy steady from morning to night. Make time isn't about working harder, it's about living better, crafting days that feel vibrant and yours. In a world that pulls you in every direction, this book is a reminder that you deserve joy, focus, and fulfillment. You've learned to pick a daily highlight, a task or moment that sparks satisfaction, progress, or happiness, like finishing a work project or reading a bedtime story to your kids. You've designed your day around it, planning the night before, and reflecting to refine your rhythm. You've mastered laser mode, using tools like app blockers or a quiet workspace to protect your attention. You've tamed the internet's pull with a simple timer, creating space for your dreams. You've energized your body with movement, food, and rest, and optimized caffeine to fuel your focus, not your stress. Now, it's time to act. Tonight, choose tomorrow's highlight, maybe 90 minutes of painting or a focused work session. Plan your day in a notebook, using Sarah's 3-column method: plan, actual, revised. Block distractions during your highlight. Turn off Wi-Fi or silence your phone. Move your body, even for 10 minutes, and time your coffee for peak energy. Experiment, tweak, and find your rhythm. There's no one-size-fits-all formula, just tools to shape a life that fits you. Success isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters. Make Time shows you how to craft days that feel alive, each moment a brushstroke on the canvas of your life. So, take a deep breath, pick up your pen, and start tonight. Choose a highlight, design your day, and protect your focus like the treasure it is. Because in the end, it's not just about making time, it's about making a life worth living, one intentional, joyful day at a time.